guys, this is JJ, Megalithic Maiden. We're here at this site called, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, Oeniades or Oeniades, but it's sort of a amphitheater carved out of solid rock. You can see back there with polygonal walls everywhere. Super ancient polygonal walls that's leading back to Mycenaean times, or even probably before them. But of course, the Greeks came upon the site and then added their flair to it. But yeah, this is really a beautiful site. And that polygonal stonework over there is just amazing. When I see it, I see big patterns of flowers, and I just love it. And it's such a mysterious thing because we just don't really know when it began, this kind of polygonal building all over the world. But I'm going to zoom up here because all along this site is this polygonal wall structures. This is a big site, and the polygonal walls, and they are big blocks are throughout it. And basically, to get in, I'm not going to exactly say too much about that, but it's a bit dangerous sometimes. I get little scraped and scratched here and there. It's just part of it. Got stickies all over my body, little cuts and stuff, but it's all worth it. It really is, because this place is great. I mean, just look at this. Just imagine it in full bloom at its time in the super ancient Mycenaean and Proto-Mycenaean and the Greek. I mean, my goodness, look at this. Wow. So back over there, the sun is sort of blocky, you can't really see, but amongst all over those tall weeds, whatever they are more polygonal walls, but they're not protected by anything, they're just there. So I got to snoop around about those and found, if you follow the books and all these rules and things, you're never going to see what I just was able to see by exploring. And at the top of that hill that I was pointing at, that I came from, that area, there are two stone big libation tables built into the rock, and they're stone ones, of course. Which is cool, because another area that I like to focus on is collect images of and do research on are the libation tables. You can see some of this is really very large pieces of stone. And over here is more and more of these lovely polygonal walls. There's different layers, like I said. There's probably the Proto-Mycenaeans, the Mycenaeans, and the Greeks, and then after them, whoever else. There's some structure, I think this might be I'm not sure exactly, ship shed area. I'm gonna try to see if I can locate that, but right now I'm gonna try to get over this little, I don't know if we're supposed to, I'm gonna go over here and explore, basically. That's all I'm gonna say. Hopefully I'm not too clumsy and fall in. Okay, so look at this, guys, look at that. Oh my, I want to go in there so bad, but yeah. In the water areas, I was noticing over there are a lot of turtles here. So there are a few keystones right here. And so I'll show you guys those in just a minute. It is so difficult, and I'm sorry, guys. I might have to start this whole thing over. Sorry. Okay, and it smells really bad, but that's all right. What I'm wanting to, well, let me just zoom down. This is such mucky water. What is that? Hold on. What is this? Yeah, that scared me because at first it looked like the scalp of a person. I hope it's just an animal. I think it's an animal. I hope. Okay. Sorry, that's bad. Creepy. Guys probably didn't want to see that. Yeah, so this area is the ship shed thing I was talking about. There are keystone cuts through some of it. Some of it's really weathered and hard to see. I'm actually wanting to get right in front of that polygonal wall from here. So with that one part that looks a lot like a flower, I want to get over there. There. Yeah, right there. And you can see that the polygonal, megalithic polygonal masonry goes all around this site. I mean, it's just, and I'm sure around the hills in that area to the right, but it definitely goes up and all the way around there, and for an area beyond what you're seeing, just for far, 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 it just goes on and on and on. These ancient megalithic builders, they didn't play. They was serious. Okay, and that's really cool. That just cut out of the wall there, and then they added these parts later. So that's what happens, and I've mentioned this so many times before. You know, ancient peoples come upon already very ancient sites, and then just add to it, and that, you know, the trend just continues and continues. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can get back over here. So I'll just kind of point this down at some of the blocks and keystone cut. Let me see where that was. Well, there's over here are a few. There was one I was wanting to get up there, but I think I may have passed it. But that's okay because I've shown some of them in a previous video. And the ones here, interestingly, look like the ones I've seen in like Bolivia at Tiwanaku. So I'm gonna just one more time show you this interesting thing. This is part polygonal over here. You see that little triangle keystone? I call that a keystone. Whenever I see that let me get up there for you. Hope the light lets you see it. I'm going to point it out. Okay, well, just have to hope you guys can see what I'm talking about. Sort of triangle-shaped stone that was over there. Okay, so what is exactly in there? I want to go. I wish there wasn't water everywhere, but it is what it is. So to get to this site, there was some rough hoofing it, because I want to bring you guys stuff that you're not gonna see, and normally wink wink would not be allowed to get to see, if you know what I mean. But you guys deserve it, and I'm curious. So regardless of whatever, I'm gonna do my research, and I'm going to explore, and I'm going to see, because I want to learn. So let me zoom up here a bit and show you. All through that, those are buildings that are fallen, and up there at the top, the polygonal round area, that is really cool. I want to go up there. So I'm just going to walk along this area, and it's going to be polygonal walls as far as the eye can see for a bit. Super ancient people did these. The polygonals, these were not built by the Greeks, okay? This part that is in front of you was here before, okay? Let me just get over here and show you a bit of that angles. Okay. Okay, let me... just walk along here. And I'm assuming that up at the top is just more like this. But look how beautiful this is, guys. Oh my goodness. It makes me happy. I'm almost going to pee. And from here you can see up at the very top more polygonal. And these are big stones. They're not small stones, okay? These people really knew what they were doing. They were very skilled. And these are so weathered, so old. It reminds me of the stuff in Italy that we saw, so it seems the Pelasgians and the Proto-Mycenaeans, you know, may have been, you know, they had some connections. This is beautiful, really is. Get that pretty rhombus-y shaped one. In many cultures, especially like Brittany areas, that rhombus shaped is related to female deities and female worship. I know this is just a piece in the stone. That thing popped in my head and I just wanted to say it, so sorry. Oh my, I just want to sing and jump around. I'm so happy. What the heck? Wow. Just an immense sight. I mean, let me just back up over here and just realize that this is where I'm at, this wall, and then there's a layer in between, and then up at the top you see the round tower, and then further up it goes as well. And the site is clear all the way over to there, where a lot of it is left in shambles, which I found some of it and was really happy. I was like, oh, I hit the jackpot, and it was just a small, very small piece of the wall. I was so happy. We get, you know, this kind of stuff is lovely. I'm so happy to be able to be here and you know, share this site with you. usual. I may have to just duck down a bit here. Sorry. Yeah, y'all know what's up. You know who's talking here. You know what's going on right now. Little hiding and ducking. Just trying to learn, you guys. You know, that's all we want. So I'm going to walk around here just a bit. See this little bit of a lintel right there? Yeah, so I'll have to try to get the other side, but that will require a set out little plan of areas where I can duck into if needed. So I'm just going to walk back over here. A little bit of ducking at the moment. It's okay. And again, even the site, part of the site that isn't part of the site, you know, not protected in the fence, is just part of the area. But there's just, the site is so immense, they can't do something with all of it. So those stones you see are part of this stuff. It's just not within this space. Let me see if I can nip around here just a little bit. Just really quickly. See what is here. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you. I can't really go too much further, but it's gonna be grainy, but I'm gonna zoom in and show you more of the walls sort of going up at that incline. The sun is bright, it's hard to see, but all that is polygonal walls going up into the hillside, around, zigzagging everywhere. Yep. So, if you were in Greece, it would be nice, if you're into this megalithic stuff like I am, if you could come here. So I'm going to get a few little close-ups for you guys in case some of you want to look at the connecting joints in the area and the spaces in between these polygonal blocks. You have to understand that these have been weathered severely, and even though they've been weathered severely, they are still in wonderful shape. And it was quite a pity because some of the sites are sort of, when a farmer or whoever before had found some of this stuff on his land, he may not have been for his best interest financially for, the government to know, because he couldn't really make too much money from the area, and at least to go in his own pocket. So who knows what all is out there, just sitting on land, just waiting to be shared. With the rest of the world. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do right now is, well, let me just see if I can step up here a bit first. Just take a small walk. See what's just sitting about up here. Beautiful views, if nothing else, you know. Ooh, we got some pitfalls around here too. Got to be careful. There's a top of the wall that we were just scoping out a minute ago. Friendly sky drone out there. Okay, hi. Alright, let me see over here. So basically what I'm going to do, because the video has already hit past 20 minutes, if you haven't already turned it off because my mouth is running, is I'm going to go ahead and stop it and start another one. I'm just going to come up here quickly and just look at this quick view. Wow. Majestic, isn't it? Oh my. Wow. Ain't that something, guys? Ain't that something? Alright guys, so thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.